Hi, myself I am R.Bhushan. Welcome to the program The Great Prime Minister in the Great Nation. Before starting the program, I would like to read the preamble of our Constitution. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, elect and give to ourselves this Constitution. So the most important headlines of today's are that G20 hails India's labor reforms and startup policy. Hamburg Action Plan praises efforts to boost innovation. Acknowledging the steps being taken by India for sustainable and inclusive growth as well as support to global economy, the G20 has praised to initiative in the country for promoting ease of doing business, startup and funding and labor reforms. The next is dangerous turn. The West Bengal government should urgently restore law and order in the North 24 Parganas. Political violence is a commonplace in West Bengal, where every level of the election is fiercely contested over these last 3 years. However, the escalating violence has entered more dangerous terrain with a marked increase in the criminal tension and riots. On July 22nd, in the BHARAT inflammatory Facebook post, literally for 17-year-old, provoked a round of the wanton violence and orchestrated by some of the radical Muslim outfits in North 24 Parganas. Divided island. The UN must quickly pick up the pieces of the restart talks on the reunification of the Cyprus. The failure of the Geneva last week of the round of the talks, the reunification of the Cyprus is all measures of the huge diplomatic setback. This is not the first time the United Nations backed the dialogue between the breakaway Turkish Cypriot state in the north and the Greek Cypriot Republic of the Cyprus has been deadlocked. The next is असहमति के साथ विरोध और आशंकाओं से शुरू हुआ जो G20 देशों का 2 दिवसीय हैम्बर्ग शिखर सम्मेलन असहमतियों को रेखांकित करते हुए उम्मीद के माहौल से समाप्त हुआ। एक तरफ दुनिया भर से आए एंटी ग्लोबलाइजेशन कार्यकर्ता सड़कों पर इसका विरोध कर रहे थे, तो दूसरी तरफ भारत, चीन जैसे बड़े देश के बीच सीमा पर उत्पन्न तनाव माहौल की सहजता को लेकर संदेह पैदा कर रहा था। राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप की अगुवाई में पर्यावरण और संरक्षणवाद जैसे मसलों पर अमेरिका का नया रुख इस चिंता का कारण बना हुआ था कि कहीं इस सम्मेलन G20 को आगे की राह रोकने वाला ना साबित हो जाए। नेक्स्ट इज डोकलाम में डटी भारत की सेना, टेंट लगा, भारत ने चीन को दी टेंशन। चीन के आक्रामक रूप से बेपरवाह भारतीय आर्मी डोकलाम इलाके में अपनी पोजीशन पर डटी रहेगी। चीन भारत और भूटान के बॉर्डर से सटे इस इलाके में भारत की सेना लंबे समय तक बने रहने की पूरी तैयारी कर चुका है। And next is, you know very well that China's volunteers inside the stipulated space cabin where they temporarily live as a part of the Lunar Place 365 project at the Beilong University at Beijing. It's China's first bioorganizative life supported system which stimulate a moon-like environment. You may see this photograph. आप लोग इस photograph को देख सकते हैं. It's taken from Hindu newspaper. The next is two large groups bid to supply equipment for the Chabahar port. Two major Indian conglomerates have bid to supply for equipment of the strategic Chabahar port in Iran, while the process is on to expand the financial eligibility criteria to attract more bidders on this one. Trump says time to move forward with Moscow. US President, however, refuses to ease sanctions on Russia. US President Donald Trump said on Sunday it was time to work constructively with Russia, but ruled easing sanctions while the countries remained at the roots of the conflicts in the Syria and Ukraine. Iraq Prime Minister declares victory in the liberated Mosul. Fighting does not seem to be completely over yet, with the Jagan fire still undue. G20 has India's labor reforms. The next is, this is one of the editorial of the Hindu newspaper, building solidarity beyond the borders. While reactionary forces in Sri Lanka and the region are networking with the resistance remain isolated. Since 2013, Sri Lanka has been witnessing a spike in the targeted attacks on the Muslim and the Christian minorities to hardline single Buddhist groups. It began with a fringe organization campaign against the halal certifications. And the last is, this is the editorial of the Hindu newspaper. Power games at the tri-junction, the current border stand-up suggests India is likely to become holder in the resisting the idea of the power disparity. We should by now the accustomed to the sign of Indian summits occurring with the backdrop of the border trouble and the Friday G20 meeting between the smiling Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the less enthusiastic Chinese President Xi Jinping was the exception. But the Dokala extent of the southern tip of the Chumbi Valley, where India, Bhutan, and China meet, is perhaps the most significant of all the border confrontations that have been rolled between India and China relations in the recent year. So before ending the program, I would like to read the the fundamental duties of our Constitution. According to Article 51 itself, the duty of every citizen of India to abide by the Constitution, respect its ideal institution, national flag and anthem, to cherish and follow the noble ideas and inspire national struggle for freedom, to uphold and protect sovereignty and integrity of India, to defend the country, render national service called upon to do so, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transacting religious, linguistic and regional or sectional diversity, and to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women, to value and preserve the rich heritage of the country's composite culture, to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, wildlife, and to have compassion for the living creatures, to develop scientific temper, humanism, and a spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activities, so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement, to promote opportunity for education to each child or born between the age of 6 and 14 years. This duty was added by the 36th Constitutional Amendment Act 2002. So thank you very much. I would like to say to Honourable Prime Minister Ji, कि sir, fundamental rights, fundamental duties and preamble must be displayed on each and every public places. So thank you very much. Wish you all the best and good luck. Jai Hind.